Our game time temperature this afternoon, 81 degrees. As you see, the Spartans with the opening possession in white, going from right to left. And they have it in behind the Wilmington net. And UT, of course, the defending national champions. A perfect 2022 season. And here they are. Work early, they score! Harry Kilkowski gets the first goal of the 2023 home opener, 45 seconds into the game. And the Spartans with a quick lead over the visiting Wilmington University Wildcats. And Kilkowski, you could say, picking up where he left off last season. One of the many offensive threats in this potent Spartans lineup. Daniel Fitzpatrick gets the assist. I'm Bruce Wozniak, pleased to call the action for you once again this season. A somewhat cloudy Saturday afternoon here in Tampa, as UT in possession once again following that opening goal. And Owen Miller with the pass to Nick Papa and gets it right back from Max Maniello. And Papa looking for room, a pass and loose ball. And the Wildcats able to come up with it. And so Wilmington University crossing midfield, they'll get their first offensive opportunity of the game. A long shot coming, they score! Wow! That's TJ Caton. And 1 minute 32 seconds into the game, the Wildcats knotted up.
Wildcat goal scored by number 26, TJ Caton.
And now the draw at mid. Gains midfield. See the Spartan logo painted at midfield for the 2023 season. A nice addition to this great facility as the Spartans have it in the corner. And now on the move on the far side, Gavin Bomstad. This is Kilkowski, the goal scorer. Kilkowski going behind the ref, and a pass in behind the net now. Spartans trying to regain that one-goal lead. There's a nifty pass. Kilkowski on the move, looking and sends it way up top for Charlie Bolish. Fakes the shot. Bolish turns the corner. Now shoots. Scores! Finds the top corner, and the Spartans go back up 2-1. 2 minutes and 39 seconds into the game.
Did you play in the national championship?
No. Spartan goal.
By Charlie Bolish. And the draw won nicely by Hunter Turner. And you see how important these face-offs are, as UT with another opportunity now and hoping to get their first 2-goal lead of the game. The score is 2-1. UT scored first. The Wildcats answered back. UT has now scored again. And putting a shoulder down, scores! A great single effort by Owen Miller. And the Spartans go up 3-1. 3 minutes, 6 seconds into this opening quarter. As I look down and see spectators still coming in and filling up nicely. And Wilmington University is going to call a timeout, so we will step away as well. You're watching Tampa Spartans Lacrosse on tampaspartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Spartans win the face-off, and looking for more. There's a shot, scores just like that. Harry Kilkowski, his second of the game, and wow, the Spartans catching fire here early. They go up 4-1, 3 minutes and 14 seconds.
Tampa goal scored by number 13,
Canyon Birch
Harry
gets the
Kilkowski.
assist.
The assist to number 37, Canyon Birch.
And they're coming fast and furious as these teams went through a very brief feeling out process. Spartans, as I mentioned, drew first blood, and then the Wildcats answered back. We had ourselves a 1-1 tie, and all of a sudden, UT ripping off 3 straight goals. And they have possession once again, making some changes on the far side. And going back to work, Charlie Bolish sends his pass back for Fitzpatrick. Good passing there. Looking for a shooting lane. Goes wide and out of play off the stick of Gavin Bomstead. Spartans still in possession. Kilkowski up top for Bomstead. And over for Fitzpatrick on the move. Trying to beat the defender. A second Wildcat slides over to help out. Long shot coming. Scores! Gavin Bomstead makes it 5-1. The freshman from St. Louis. And UT very, very strong. I was going to say first 5 minutes, we're only 4:01 into this first quarter. And I see fans still coming in. They're going to look up at the scoreboard and see that they've already missed 5 goals by the home team. And we're going to see Alex Poma on the face-off for UT this time. Hunter Turner seemed to have done most of them thus far. And Alex Poma, a senior from Marietta, Georgia. And that's him with the ball. And the pass is deflected and taken away by the Wildcats. UT making them work to get out of their own end. And now try to advance midfield Nick Brune. And Brune leaves a pass there for Jake Herman. Herman across the UT line. Sends it back. And Caton, who had their only goal, gets it back and sends it over as the Wildcats take it in behind the UT net. Didn't even get a chance to save. Blake Ulmer, of course, the starting goaltender once again for UT this afternoon, the reliable senior who's been so strong between the pipes for the Spartans throughout his career here. Working now is Miles Krause for the Wildcats. And this is Giovanni Marino. Marino gets an opening, takes a shot, it goes wide and out of play. And possession remains with the Wildcats. Only 16 seconds left on the shot clock. And they'll need to work quickly here. Jackson Day applying some pressure defensively. They score! Jake Herman gets the goal for the Wildcats, and they are back on the board. It's 5-2. unassisted goal by Jake Herman.
Wilmington goal scored by number 17, Jake Herman. His goal was unassisted.
Comes 5 minutes 24 seconds into this opening quarter, and now the face-off at midfield, and this time it is Hunter Turner back out there, although he heads right back off the field as the Spartans get set up offensively. Here's Owen Miller stopping, looks back. Max Maniello, who had just come on, pass into the corner, quick ball movement by the Spartans, long shot coming, scores! Maniello from way up top, and the 4-goal lead is restored. UT up now 6-2.
Tampa goal scored by number 1, Max Maniello. The assist to number 15,
And the
Harry
assist
Kilkowski.
to Harry Kilkowski, who's starting to pile up the points early on here as we await the face-off at midfield. And that is won by Hunter Turner. And off to the races will go AJ Pascarella. Sends it over to the far side, and UT making some minor personnel changes. And just stepping onto the field and in possession right now for UT is Charlie Bolish. Bolish sends a pass over and across the Wildcats line. It's Gavin Bomstad. Daniel Fitzpatrick now has a lane, takes a shot, and a save made there, rebound, and not able to convert, but do the Spartans come up with the ground ball? They do. Some good pressure by UT there as Bolish in possession now. And oh, a check up high. Near the helmet of Canyon Birch. As UT carries on with this possession. Across the line, and a pass back for Bolish. Over Fitzpatrick. Thought he had an opening, cuts in the slot, and he's taken down. No call made. Play continues. Bolish up top once again. Charlie Bolish tries to get around his check. A pass for Bomstad. Takes his shot, and it goes wide and out of play. Lucas Price, if I haven't said it, is the starting goaltender for the Wildcats this afternoon. And Kilkowski with a shot, and Price with a nice stop there. And he'll settle things down. And wow, have the stands filled up nicely here. Really good crowd on hand to watch this home opener for the defending national champs, as the Spartans trying to open the season with victory number 2 after having opened with a win on the road 1 week ago. And they get it across midfield. And this is Birch. Canadian Birch puts his shoulder down in strong defensive play. Birch fights through a couple of checks, gets the pass off to Kilkowski and behind the Wildcats net. Up top to Fitzpatrick. And that one was deflected. And Fitzpatrick, for all intents and purposes, gets his own rebound. Up top now for Maniello. Maniello takes a shot, scores! A high shot that converts. And the Wildcats have made a goaltending change as Nick Brune is now in goal.
Number 1, Max Maniello. His goal,
Unassisted goal by Max Maniello. And it's 7-2 Spartans. And correction, Nick Brune, I even questioned it myself as I was saying it, because he's not a goaltender, but he was standing in the goal crease area, and I don't know what had happened to Lucas Price, but let's pretend I didn't say that. There is no goaltending change. The more things change, the more they stay the same, and that's the case here as the Spartans are in possession offensively once again, and they are really putting the accelerator to the floor here. 7-2 lead, and still 6.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Bounce shot, and Price stops that one. The Spartans get the rebound, and they'll chase that one out, and it'll be turned over. So the Wildcats, a lot of work to cut into this 5-goal deficit. And down behind the Spartans net, Giovanni Marino asks for Logan Stinson up top. It's dropped and then picked back up. TJ Caton and Logan Stinson once again fires a pass in behind the UT net quickly to the other side. Up top now Herman, and gets it right back from Leighton Avant. Stinson looking for room. Spartans defense denying him that. Plenty of time on the shot clock, and there's an attempt that goes wide and out of play. And possession remains with UT. Marino puts it in play. Pass over for Herman. Herman gets a shot off and scores from a tough angle. And Jake Herman, credit him. I think Blake Ulmer was fooled, maybe not expecting the shot. And as I mentioned, not a high percentage look.
Wilmington goal scored by number 17, Jake Herman.
Herman able to convert an unassisted goal, cuts it to 7-3 with 5:14 remaining here in the first quarter. And now the face-off following that goal, and pulled back by Alex Poma. Ground ball picked up by the Spartans, and away goes Matthew Badeau. Badeau on the run, crossing the Wildcats line, pass in the middle and dropped by Birch. And a bunch of them battle for the loose ball. And Birch able to pull it down in front. Oh, and Price came out of his net and put some pressure on Jackson Bashaw. And that collision avoids a scoring chance for UT as you see the Wildcats back the other way. A shot taken there by Stinson. Ulmer stopped that one. And UT will take it right back. Pass up ahead now for Poma. Birch, and now Kilkowski as he'll settle it down as UT will make some personnel changes. Kilkowski up top for Charlie Bolish, looks over to his sideline, anticipating still more changes, and gives it to Gavin Bomstad, who had just come on the field. And behind the net now, Kilkowski, Fitzpatrick, and up top playing catch with Charlie Bolish. Fitzpatrick looking for room. It's a nice pass off shot, score! Jackson Bashaw, a freshman from Jupiter, Florida. And the Spartans an 8-3 lead.
Tampa goal scored by number 13, Jackson Bashaw. The assist to number 5, Daniel Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick getting the assist. And now we'll see Alex Poma once again on the face-off for the Spartans. That was Charlie Plassey opposing him for the Wildcats in the face-off circle. And Wilmington University in possession here. And desperately needing an offensive spurt to try to climb back into this game. And there's a long shot coming, and Ulmer stopping that one off the stick of TJ Caton. Spartans able to get the rebound though. And up ahead they go. Owen Miller on the run and loses everything. Ball, stick, and Spartans possession. As you see the Wildcats the other way. Nice passing, Stinson, bounce shot, and Ulmer with a piece of that one that deflects it wide, although the Wildcats able to get the rebound. And Jake Herman surveying his options out in front of the net. As he's watched loosely by Owen Miller. Nifty passing back there. Stinson, and Ulmer denies that. And Ulmer with a nice outlet, and Owen Miller chases it down. No. Instead, his teammate Kenyon Birch picks it up. There's a loose ball, and the Wildcats are going to come away with it. Jaden Henson pass up ahead. Stinson with a pass that just missed. Ulmer's going to chase it down, and the official right on the spot. Worst possession to the Spartans. And Blake Ulmer starts it up ahead. Taken there by Jackson Day. Spartans move it quickly. Birch sends it to Kilkowski, who whips it over to the other side of the field. And up top now, Max Maniello. Maniello, a sophomore from up in Bedford, New Hampshire. Far from home and far cry from the weather I'm sure they're having up there this time of year. I'm sure he's pleased to be down here in the Sunshine State as his team has a 8-3 lead. And make that 9-3. Wow. Birch making it look easy. And Lucas Price, the Wildcats goaltender, you can see in his body language that he feels every bit of this long afternoon that it's been. And mind you, this is a game that only started 26 minutes ago, and it's already a long afternoon as his team is behind 9-3. And the Spartans obviously know they're going to have a target on their backs as the national champions, and are making their head coach J.D. Clark look like we know that we have to respond and play like national champs. As you see a Wildcats player there that went down, that was Charlie Plassey, and we will keep an eye on number 24 for Wilmington University as he's a little slow in going off the field and perhaps wobbly on the sidelines. We'll keep an eye on him as play continues. Spartans in behind the Wildcats net. And they move it back up top now as Fitzpatrick drops a pass back as Charlie Bolish had just stepped onto the field. Sends it up top. Gavin Bomstad. Quick passing by the Spartans. Birch sent it to Kilkowski in the corner. Kilkowski being watched there by John Green. Kilkowski tries to shake the check of Green, does, and a teammate slides over to help out for the Wildcats. And Kilkowski still working, takes a shot. That one's going to end up out of play on the far side of the field. Possession stays with UT, 27 remaining on the shot clock. And if you're just joining us, yes, it is already 9-3. Spartans in possession again. Kenyon Birch, and a shot coming. That one will go out of play on the other side of the field. Kenyon Birch, whose name called several times, a junior from Brielle, New Jersey. And that's Harry Kilkowski behind the Wildcats net. Up top, Fitzpatrick. That is Birch. And getting under a check, Bolish, and the shot clock is going to expire on UT. And so the Wildcats will take over on a shot clock violation. And the horn also goes to end the first quarter. So the Spartans go into the quarter break with a big 6-goal lead. They are up 9-3. We'll be back with more on TampaSpartans.tv.
Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
He's fine.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
We're back live here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. The home team in the lead 9-3 in the 2023 home opener for the Spartans. And the teams, of course, have changed ends. UT now going left to right, but currently going right to left. The Wildcats with the opening possession of the second quarter. And they have it in behind the Spartans' net. And with it now is Jake Herman. And this is Miles Krause. They work it back up top. Leighton Avant. And shot coming, and Ulmer might have gotten a piece of that one. TJ Caton took the shot, but it looked like it might have gone out of play regardless of Ulmer's interception or not. Wilmington University still in possession though, and looking for either a lane, Jake Herman, or an open teammate, and sends it up top. Looked like Gunnar Gebelin might have gotten a piece of that one. Ulmer with a great save, rebound, and oh, somehow the Wildcats cannot convert, although they're still in possession. And there's a pass by Herman that misses, and it's going to roll out of play. And possession will go over to the Spartans. And there's a sign of the way things have gone for the Wildcats. A flurry around the Tampa net, and still not able to get one. And the Spartans, who currently lead 9-3, will get their first offensive opportunity of the second quarter, as now they cross midfield. Matthew Badeau with a pass up ahead. And call here against the Spartans. And so it's turned back over. UT will not, you might as well say, get their first offensive opportunity. And a flag thrown on the far side of the field. And this is going to be a call against the Spartans. I have to wonder if maybe, don't hold me to this, if maybe there's going to be perhaps a unsportsmanlike conduct call of some kind, maybe something on the UT sideline. Let's see what this ends up being. And it's obviously we have to wait for the Spartans to touch the ball. Wildcats content to work, and now no. Touched by Brady Stoll. so we'll await the call now. So in a sense, on the bench because it's a 30-second call against UT for too many men. So a man-up opportunity for Wilmington. And they go to work with a long shot. That's going to go out of play. Shots on goal, by the way, 14 to 10 in favor of the Spartans. I don't know that it feels like 14 to 10, at least insofar as Wilmington having 10 shots on goal. And regardless, they, well, it seemed as though they were about to lose possession. They do now. And the Spartans move it up ahead. Crease extended and pass behind the Wildcats net. Backhand shot by Fitzpatrick. Gets his own rebound. And now Fitzpatrick goes down to the field and loses it. And hold on. Causes a collision and gets it right back out in front. Scores! Jackson Day ultimately with the goal. What an amazing sequence of events there. And UT with a Tampa Bay Buccaneers-like score, 10-3, in the lead now.
Tampa goal scored by number 26, Jackson Day. The assist, number 5, Daniel Fitzpatrick.
And of course, the goal by Day is assisted by Daniel Fitzpatrick after he did the lion's share of the work to set that up, although give credit to Day for the great goal scored from right in front. And now, by the way, we do officially have a goaltending change as Jack Cruz has taken over between the pipes for the Wildcats. Wildcats pick it up in the corner. Leighton Avant quickly behind the UT net, pass out in front, and Ulmer might have gotten a piece of that one. He ultimately comes out with it, and Ulmer sends a pass ahead. Matthew Bedeau on the run. Bedeau across the Wildcats line, pass down low over to the other side. Shot coming, that goes wide and out of play. Off the stick of Luke McEnany, whose name has not been called very much, if at all, so far in the early going of this game. And that despite his team having 10 goals. We usually have his name a couple of times, a few times by this point in such an offensive outburst. Of course, still a lot of lacrosse left to be played here. There's 9 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the second quarter. And UT looking for more. Fitzpatrick, bullish. And now going down and getting right back up was Jackson Bashaw. And Jackson has one of the UT goals. Now looking for some room, Gavin Bomstad. And this is Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, a spin move, takes a shot, and dangerously close to trickling across the goal line after Jack Cruz made the initial save and then dropped it. As it's played over to the far side of the field, and that's John Green, whose goaltender who's come way out of his net, and Cruz sends a pass up ahead that gets the Wildcats across the Tampa line. And now the Wildcats. This is Jake Herman. Herman across the UT line. Herman has a little bit of room, drops off a pass, shot taken. Ulmer gets a piece of that one. Shot is taken by Josh Levery. UT back the other way, a bounce pass, shot, scores! Harry Kilkowski, nifty passing. The bounce pass is legal. The joke goes in basketball, and the Spartans an 11-3 lead, and put that one on the early season highlight reel. The opportunistic Tampa Spartans.
Tampa goal scored by number 15, Harry Kilkowski.
And now the face-off.
The assist to number 23, Charlie Bowden.
Alex Poma for the Spartans. And in the face-off circle, he's opposed by Charlie Plassey for the Wildcats. As you see, UT in possession again. That's Owen Miller, fights through. Nice pass down low. And Birch saw nothing, so he passes it off. As Harry Kilkowski looks for an opportunity, working from in behind the net. Owen Miller across the Wildcats line. Miller, a little burst, drops a pass back. Long shot coming there, and a nice save made by Cruz. And the loose ball finally picked up by the Wildcats as Cruz, under some pressure, throws it away. And the Spartans will gain possession. Max Maniello. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout called by the Wildcats. And we'll step aside as well. You're watching Tampa Spartans Lacrosse on tampaspartans.tv.
I pledged.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Looks like it was covered.
Back live here at the Moley Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. I'm Bruce Wozniak, and the Spartans in great shape here in their home opener. Already 1-0 on the season, and proud to call themselves defending national champions. Undefeated season in 2022. And we're coming out of a timeout that had been called by Wilmington University head coach Christian Zwickert, who is in his 6th season at the helm of the Wildcats program. And this will be Max Maniello putting it into play for the home team, and does. And that one's going to go out of play. So from the near corner, Canyon Birch will put it back in. Does Maniello, the pass over. And now Owen Miller on the run. Miller, and that one will go wide and out of play into the corner as well. Canyon Birch on the restart. Birch in behind the Wildcats net. Top Miller for Maniello. Maniello, and started to get a step on his check, passes it to Miller instead. And quick ball movement here by the Spartans. Maniello's 6'4", by the way. and looks it from up here. And there's a shot, scores! Owen Miller. An unassisted goal as the Spartans increase their lead to 9.
Number 47, Owen Miller. His goal, unassisted.
And what a shot by Owen Miller. And I imagine that Jack Cruz probably heard that one going by as he whipped that one into the net for the 12th Spartan goal of the afternoon. And now the face-off at midfield as it's Alex Poma for UT, opposed by Connor Widmer. And they play it back to Ulmer. And Ulmer gives it to Aiden Cassara. And Cassara across midfield. Into the corner. Canyon Birch. And that's Luke McEnany on the far side of the field. McEnany and that's Charlie Bolish now. Fitzpatrick. And back now to Bomstad. Bomstad a pass in behind the Wildcats net. Fitzpatrick wanted to shoot from way up top, gives it to Bolish instead. And Bomstad, the pass in behind the Wildcats net, coming out in front. And there's a nice pass, they score! McEnany. And great work by Canyon Birch to set that one up. And Luke McEnany puts the Spartans into a 10-goal lead.
The assistant, number 37, Canyon Birch.
So 13-3. A big lead here for UT. And the face-off now is Lou Savino out there for the Wildcats. 1 week ago today, UT opened the season over on the other coast in Melbourne, Florida, and they beat number 15 Florida Tech by a score of 13-7, and they already have 13 goals with still 5.5 to go in the second quarter. And UT in possession once again. Owen Miller, and hold on, we have a Wildcats player that's down on the field, and play is going to stop as he is not, well, now he's getting up but extremely slowly.
Favoring his left leg.
23.
Knee, ankle.
A short break here. And we're back live now. That's Zach Wallen, the injured Wildcats player who was favoring his left knee and sort of walked off the field under his own power. I'm putting a question mark at the end of that. He's being looked at over on the far sideline as play has resumed, and the Spartans in possession here as Max Maniello has it. Pass for Bashoff, and he sends it in behind the net. It's Canyon Birch. Birch looking out in front. And now connects with a pass. There's a shot, and Cruz got a piece of that one as it's going to go out of bounds. Possession stays with UT. And up top, Owen Miller. This pass, there's a shot taken by Nick Papa. That one goes out. And putting it back in for the Spartans is Canyon Birch. Owen Miller sends a pass over. And Maniello trying to get past Zach Pancake. And still plenty of time, 36 seconds on the shot clock. And Birch on the move once again. Canyon Birch takes a shot that goes out of play. And possession over to the Wildcats. 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. And if this is your first Spartans broadcast, thank you for being with us. And at halftime, we do continue to bring you video from here live inside the stadium, although there will be no audio from me. But please continue with us through the halftime break. As you see a pass rolled over for Leighton Avant. And up top of it now is Jake Herman. Herman got it right back from Avant. And with it now Logan Stinson. Stinson puts his shoulder down, tries to fight through the check there from AJ Pascarella as the Wildcats send it into the corner. And Avant with a shot, Ulmer with a save, and a flag. We're going to have a penalty called here. And that one's going to go out of bounds, and that will stop the clock, and we'll get the second penalty of the game. And meanwhile, on the Wildcat sideline, Zach Wallen, see him standing next to the trainer's table. And let's see what the call is here. This comes with 2:53 left in the first half.
Penalty on White Tampa, 53, cross check, 1 minute.
And the penalty is going to be against the Spartans. It's Braden Krubey, and a 1 minute cross check penalty. So the Wildcats going to work here with the extra man. Quick passing and deflected, and a loose ball, and Ulmer rakes it into his crease, and he has possession, and he'll take his time as UT works to kill off this penalty. 23 seconds remaining in it. Here's an opportunity going back the other way. Badeau scores! A short-handed goal as Matthew Badeau makes it 14-3. And still 19 seconds left. And the penalty to Krumie.
Tampa goal scored short-handed by number 10, Matthew Badeau.
Number 38 is Conley Stone. Number 38 is Conley Stone.
And the Spartans with the ball and with an 11-goal lead. And there's one that goes out of play. And that's Luke McEnany getting it back in play in the far corner. Charlie Bolish signaling to his teammates, sends a pass over to Fitzpatrick, and Bolish gets it back. Bolish drops it back. Fitzpatrick fakes a quick pass, sends it the other side now for Bolish, and he fakes a shot, tries to get the lane, nothing there, and drops it off instead for Fitzpatrick. Nice spin move. He goes down and gets help up top, And there's a shot, scores! Gavin Bomstad, as the Spartans pouring it on now. A 15-3 lead.
By number 41, Gavin Bomstad.
And just 62 seconds left here in the second quarter. Fitzpatrick, of course, with the assist. And that looks like it might be Ethan Toshef out there to take this face-off for UT. Indeed. And he was opposed by Connor Widmer. Now, we have a flag thrown at midfield. It's a face-off violation, but let's see what the call is. It looks like we might be getting a penalty here against Wilmington University. I believe I saw the official pointing towards their sideline.
What was the penalty?
And it looks like their coach, looks like the Wildcats coach is out on the field. I don't want to overstate it. I don't know if that was arguing the call or if that was just yelling instructions to his players on the field. That was the third face-off violation against Connor Widmer, and thus the 30-second penalty. And there's a shot, scores! Jackson Bashaw with another goal, and UT takes advantage of the call against the Wildcats, and the score now 16-3, and it comes with 36 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Number 13, Jackson Bashaw. The assist to number 37, Canyon Birch.
Canyon Birch with the assist, as we see Ethan Toshef out there to take the face-off again for the Spartans, this time opposed by Lou Savino. And still loose, and nice play there as TJ Caton gained possession. Hold on, another loose ball though, and great hustle there by Aiden Casara of the Spartans, although the Wildcats do ultimately come away with it. 15 seconds in the half, and they do get a shot off that'll go wide out of play. 10 seconds left now, and let's see if Wilmington University can get a shot off here. 8 seconds remaining. And they need to work quickly. Here's a long shot coming. They score! With just 3 seconds left, Leighton Avant gets the goal. And so finally the Wildcats are back on the scoreboard. And it's a 12-goal Spartans lead. And we'll have one final face-off here.
Wildcat goal scored by number 12, Leighton Avant.
As it's Toshef for the Spartans once again. And I believe that's Charlie Plassey for the Wildcats. Indeed it was. And there's the horn to end the second quarter. The Spartans in a huge 12-goal lead. It's 16-4. And we will take the halftime break and be back with more lacrosse, the third quarter, here on TampaSpartans.tv. What were we saying?
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us.
And for college sports.
Back live here and getting ready to start the second half of play. The Spartans in a big 16-4 lead. They led 9-3 at the end of the first quarter and then outscored the Wildcats 7-1 in quarter number 2. Shots on goal are 24-17 at this point in the game, favoring UT. And the Spartans have won 17 of the 22 face-offs. And taking a look at the UT scoring, Harry Kilkowski leading the way with 3 goals and 2 assists. The Spartans have gotten plenty of contributors, however. Up and down the lineup, Gavin Bomstad has 2 goals, as does Owen Miller, as does Max Maniello, as does Jackson Bashaw. And then all of the following have 1 goal each. Matthew Beto, Canyon Birch, Luke McEnany, Charlie Bolesh, and Jackson Day. For the visitors, Jake Herman has 2 of their 4 goals. And then TJ Caton and Leighton Avant each have 1 goal. I should mention that Jake Herman also has an assist. And I mentioned the Spartans having won 17 of the 22 face-offs. Alex Poma has won 8, as has Hunter Turner.
It is. It really is.
I was so mad.
Blake Ulmer has made 13 saves between the pipes for the home team. As we get ready for the start of quarter number 3. And nicely done there by Alex Poma. Spartans, you see, going right to left here to start the third quarter as Bolesh took a shot that went out of play. Canyon Birch scores! Wow! A great single-handed effort by Canyon Birch. And it comes just 20 seconds into the third quarter.
Tampa goal scored by number 37,
Birch
Canyon Birch.
Gets his second goal of the game. It's unassisted. And Alex Poma for the face-off now in the white uniform top and being opposed in the green jersey by Connor Widmer, and there's a attempt that goes out of play. As Birch puts it back into play. And I see fans coming back from the concession stands, and they're going to look up at the scoreboard and say, we already missed a Tampa goal. And that's how fast the Spartans have been scoring today. As here's Bolesh takes a shot that goes out of play. This is still, by the way, in case you're wondering, Jack Cruz in goal for the Wildcats. He had taken over for the starter, Lucas Price. UT on the move here, Gavin Bomstad in the corner. Bomstad. And look for an open teammate, deflected by the Wildcats, and they come away with the loose ball. Although looking for some help, Jaden Henson. And Henson crosses midfield himself, loses it, and the loose ball, who's going to get to it? 4 of them, 5 of them there, and right into the stick. Johnny on the spot was Matt Crasilla. And there's a shot that Ulmer stops, and the Spartans started back up the other way. Bomstad on the run across midfield. He's going to be chased, and gave up the pass just in time to Brady Stoll. And Matthew Beto with a pass. This is Harry Kilkowski with it now. Kilkowski looking in front, stops in behind the Wildcats net, is bumped back there. Some pressure being applied by John Green. And the other side of the field, they work it up top to Max Maniello as Jackson Day goes off the field for UT. This is Owen Miller with it. And Jackson Bashaw as the Spartans work it around with 32 on the shot clock. Owen Miller scores! Third goal of the game for Owen Miller, as it's an 18-4 UT lead.
Owen Miller. His goal was unassisted.
An unassisted goal for Miller comes 2 minutes 25 seconds into this third quarter. And Ethan Toshef out there to take the face-off for UT. And he was opposed by Charlie Plassey, and the Spartans are going to come away with it. Let's see, still undetermined, and now they do. Trajan Cannon got it. The Spartans in front, score again. Jackson Bashaw. And that is his third goal of the game. And UT absolutely pouring it on, as Luke McEnany will get the assist on the goal that comes 2 minutes 46 seconds into this third quarter.
Number 13, Jackson.
And this will not be a memorable trip to West Central Florida for Wilmington University. And the face-off, Toshef, is ultimately controlled by Aiden Cassara for the Spartans. And his pass now for Bashaw. Bashaw, pass back for Maniello, checks his sideline as AJ Pasquarella goes off. And skipping across the line, that was Papa. And Cruz had Fitzpatrick knocking on his doorstep, and the goaltender, Jack Cruz, will send it over to the near side as Nick Brune sends it up ahead. On the run, TJ Caton. Caton with a pass there for Logan Stinson. And Caton up top. Sent over to the far side of the field. And back up top to Herman. And Crasilla to Herman. And back to Crasilla. And a pass misses, intended for TJ Caton. Jake Herman goes back to pick it up, 30 on the shot clock. Herman across the UT line. You watch there by Trajan Cannon. Nice job defensively by the Spartans. 13 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. Let's see if they're aware, as Stinson goes outside the Tampa line, pass over, and now a shot coming. No, deflected off a leg of a Spartan defender. There's a long shot. Ulmer with the save. And a long outlet pass by Blake. Pulled down by Brady Stoll. And this is Luke McEnany. Into the corner, that's Canyon Birch. Charlie Bolish, and looking back for reinforcements, and indeed outsteps Daniel Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick down in behind the Wildcats net, and faking the shot was Gavin Bomstad. Lost possession in the process, and now the Spartans get it right back. Hold on, another loose ball, and Cruz, the goaltender, are going to chase it down, and the official awarding possession already to Wilmington University. And let's see how long head coach J.B. Clark will wait to start giving some Spartans players an opportunity to see the field, who otherwise wouldn't if it was 9-4 instead of 19-4. As the Wildcats have it in behind the Spartans net. Stinson, a pass up top. Miles Krause whipped it over for Jack Bobel, and Bobel got it back, although this is Krause again. Krause, Bobel, and over to Avant. Leighton Avant backing up and looking to go one-on-one here. Beats his check, has a lane, takes a shot. Ulmer saw that one the whole way and makes the save. And now for Braden Williams, as Pascarella fights his way across the Wildcats line and scores! AJ Pascarella, as the Spartans hit the 20-goal mark. An unassisted goal with 8:21 remaining here in the third quarter.
AJ Pascarella. Fifth goal with assist.
Pascarella, the latest to join the Spartans scoring parade. And now the face-off. Toshev thought he won it and started to leave without the ball. And so it was going to be Wildcats possession, but they throw it away. And Truman Osborne puts it into play for the Spartans. Osborne pushes it up ahead for Luke McEnany. Kellen Hoke, who had previously been at the University of Utah. And in behind the Wildcats net, McEnany on the near side with a quick little motion to one of his teammates, Ronan Sanchez. And it's sent in behind the Wildcats net, back over to this side to McEnany. Up top for Hoke. Sanchez. Quick passing by the Spartans. And that's Anthony Semino. And that one deflected off a leg. And the official there on the spot to award possession to the Wildcats as Jaden Henson puts it into play. Henson relays it back to his goaltender, Cruz. And Cruz finds open on the far side of the field Jake Herman, who will now advance it across the UT line. It's a pass for TJ Caton. Shot Ulmer. Good save there. Saw that one all the way. And a pass, however, is going to miss, yes. And that'll be turned over. And so Wilmington University, with 6:45 remaining in the third quarter and trailing 20-4. Pass in the middle, shot taken. Ulmer got a piece of that one, and the Spartans get the rebound. And now a pass near midfield. It's Braden Crumey. Behind the Wildcat net, over to the far side, and the Spartans working the perimeter here as Ronan Sanchez on the move, and a check there against Anthony Semino. He persevered, and up top for Hoke, gets the pass right back from Sanchez. Hoke being watched. Pass in behind the Wildcats net out in front, and Cruz got a piece of that one. And the Wildcats get the rebound. Jaden Henson, look out. And that's going to be turned over. Spartans knocking on the door. And up top of it, Anthony Semino taking his time and looks over. Gives it to Grant Green, who had just stepped on. And head coach J.B. Clark answered my question, when am I going to wait to give some guys a chance to see the field? Now. Calling names that had not been on the field to this point. And that's Anthony Semino with it now. And his pass for Nicky Palermo. Up top is Evan Gibbs. 32 on the shot clock for the Spartans. On the far side, and putting his shoulder down and taking the shot is Grant Green. That goes out of play. Nicky Palermo with it. Up top for Evan Gibbs. And a little spin move by Semino as it's sent into the corner, now down behind the Wildcats net. And coming in front, scores! Nicky Palermo. And the Spartans continuing their offensive onslaught. And it comes with 4:02 still remaining here in the third quarter. As Ethan Toshef is out there awaiting this next face-off and chatting with Charlie Plassey, who will oppose him for the Wildcats. So 21-4 is our score. And I do apologize for the difficulties visually, as the Spartans having no problems at all down on the field. 17-goal lead. And with it now up top is Ronan Sanchez. This pass over for Semino. Back to Sanchez.
Now I'm
And
going
out
to
of
grab
play.
Sorry, Bruce. I don't know what's going on with that camera out there, but it just decided it's not.
All right, we are back, and we apologize sincerely for the technical difficulties known as the camera deciding to shut down and call it a day early when it shouldn't have. But we have a replacement. We're back on the air, and the Spartans have only added to their lead. They outscored Wilmington University 5-0 in the third quarter, and so far have outscored them 3-1 here in the fourth, as the score is 24-5. And one other change that was made at the end of the third quarter, UT changed goaltenders. So Blake Ulmer gave way to Chase Taylor. And there you see Taylor with the save. 6:15 to go in safe to say the game. UT well in control of this one. See them in possession now. They are out shooting the Wildcats 34-25. This is Morgan Thielke as the Spartans quickly work the perimeter. And up top of it now, Ethan Paduch. In behind the Wildcats net now. Back there, Nikki Palermo on the other side. And quickly, they move it up top. And on the move is Robert Pilla. And now back up top, and a shot taken there by Theoki goes out of play. And Nikki Palermo behind the Wildcats net. The official says no, start it from over here. 5:09 to go in the game. Clock restarts. Palermo being watched there by Quinn Tracy. And the shot clock expires. So the Spartans today have gotten hat tricks from Harry Kilkowski, Owen Miller, and Jackson Bashaw. All three of them have 3 goals each. A 5-point day from Canyon Birch. He has 2 goals and 3 assists. Gavin Bomstad has 2. Max Maniello has 2 goals. Evan Gibbs has 2 goals for the Spartans. And then just a long list of players that have 1 goal each. Matthew Beto has 1. Luke McEnany has 1. Charlie Bolesh. Nikki Palermo has 1. AJ Pascarella has 1 goal. Ronan Sanchez, Jackson Day. And that should get you caught up, believe it or not, on the 24 Spartan goals. And the Spartans, by the way, making another goaltender change. As I had said, that Chase Taylor had taken over for Blake Ulmer, and now it's Mike Lapointe, a senior from Brielle, New Jersey, just like Canyon Birch from Brielle, New Jersey. And for those of you watching from a Wildcats perspective, Jake Herman, 2 goals, and single tallies from TJ Caton, Giovanni Marino, and Leighton Avant. 3:10 to go in the game. Spartans in the lead, 24-5. And this one was never really close. UT went up 1-0. Wilmington tied it 1-1. And the Spartans said, "We will take it from here. Thank you very much." And off to the races they went. They led 9-3 after 1. And they outscored the visitors 7-1 in the second. So it was 16-4 at halftime. And the Spartans have, for all intents and purposes, never let up off the gas from there. Some nifty work there by Morgan Thielke. And that's Drew Godfrey with it. Pass into the corner for Aiden Sifoni. I'm sorry. And Ronan Sanchez gives it to Sifuni, and he sends it behind the net as the Spartans whip it around the perimeter. 2:08 remaining in the game. And Sanchez worked his way in, sent a pass back to Sifuni. And there's a shot taken by Patrick Selhorn. As you see it go out of play on the far side of the field, Kellen Hoke goes over to retrieve it. And less than 2 minutes to go in the game here. The Spartans on their way to starting the season 2-0, and someone's going to call a timeout with just 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in the game. And let's see what this is about. And it is Wilmington That calls the timeout, so we will take a timeout as well and be right back with the end of the game on TampaSpartans.tv.
What happened? What is Todd think he's doing?
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents, get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
And we're back now following that timeout by the Wildcats. 1:40 to go in the game. And the pass is deflected in front. They score! Anthony Semino finds that one and finds the back of the net. And that will be 25-5. 25-5. The Spartans with a huge lead here as we get set for the final 94 seconds. And UT will be back in action here at home on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. We will have the broadcast for you, of course, here on TampaSpartans.tv when they host Flagler. And the Wildcats in possession here. 80 seconds left in the game. And fighting through, and there's a shot. And LaPointe got a piece of that one. And possession to the home team as the Spartans push it up and across midfield. It's Campbell Wayne. Pass up ahead. Aiden Sifuni. And now that's Patrick Selhorn. Work the perimeter as it goes back up top to Charlie Ruas. And this is Campbell Wayne again. And over to Jonathan Crocker. Chasing it down in the corner is Sifuni. Let's see what the call is. Possession to the Wildcats. Just 34 seconds left in the game as it's played over to the far side of the field. And now a long pass up ahead. Looked like it was going to connect initially with Matt Crasilla. And there's a piece of equipment on the field. This play carries on. And now a shot taken, and with 11 seconds left, play is stopped. And Jake Herman looked like he was about to put it into play, and are the Wildcats calling another timeout perhaps? And not sure why Christian Zwickert, the head coach of the Wildcats, has called his second timeout in the final 2 minutes of a game that his team trails by 20 goals, but that's what you're seeing. So the Spartans will be successful in the home opener of their 2023 campaign after having started the season on the road last week, winning 13-7 over in Melbourne at number 15 Florida Tech. Should mention that Wilmington came into today's game ranked number 19. And being ranked number 19 coming into today and losing 25-5, that will by all means certainly change things for them as they come out of their timeout. And let's see what Zwicker drew up during that timeout, as it'll be TJ Caton putting it into play. 8 seconds remaining, 6 seconds, pass, and Herman's not going to get a shot off. There's a pass that misses, and there goes the horn to end the game, and the Spartans victorious by the score of 25-5, as they go officially now 2-0 on the 2023 season. And final shots on goal, 36-27 in favor of the Spartans. They won 24 of 34 face-offs. And again, leading the offensive parade was Canyon Birch with 2 goals and 3 assists, although Harry Kilkowski also had 5 points and 3 goals and 2 assists. And Owen Miller and Jackson Bashaw each 3-goal outings. The Spartans, as I mentioned, will remain home, and join us please on Wednesday for a 4 o'clock start when Flagler provides the opposition. I'm Bruce Wozniak, thanking you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we